afternoon, all of you. Open your books to page number 17. Yesterday we had started with the poem John Brown, and in the poem we have come across the fact that the soldier has gone till now. Whatever we have done, we quickly revise that and then we move forward. Today we have come in the poem we have come across the fact that a soldier who was preparing to go at the war front, his mother was very happy seeing his son going to be one of the participants in war, and she has told her son that he will bring back many medals once he comes back if he listens to the captain, to the master who's there, who is going to guide him, and he will be acting on his advice, and if he does so, he will be awarded for all his credentials and he will win lot of medals and mementos, and once he comes back from the war with those medals, she will put those medals on the decoration of as the decoration of the house, and the mother is bragging off about the son's participation in war, and she makes everyone around her, that is the neighbors and everyone, aware of the fact that her son is going to participate in war, and for that she was feeling very proud of. And then as the son goes at the war front to fight the war, this soldier, he used to write letter frequently to his mother, informing the mother about the well-being. And whenever she received letter, she showed the letters to her neighbors, just to brag off, just to show off about her son's participation in war. And this is a traditional feeling that used to exist, in which people used to believe that a person's participation, that if a person is participating in war, then it is something for which we should be very proud of. But now this feeling is not there anymore, and people have started believing in the fact that war is futile and war has no result. That is why the last line that we did yesterday, it said good old-fashioned war. Good old-fashioned war means previously people used to think that war has ultimate result. Obviously we get some result in war, but now the common belief is that there is no result in war. In war, the ultimate loser is humanity. It is humanity which loses, and there is no winner. There is actually no outcome of the war, that there is no output that war gives to people. And there is so much destruction after war. So that is what this line indicates. The good old-fashioned war, that is when war was considered to be a very good thing, when people felt proud of being one of the participants of war. Now no one wants to fight war because there is no gain in war. Ultimately, the loss of human life and property, and killing a human being and not achieving ends does not suffice the purpose. That is why it is said it was good old-fashioned war. It was considered as something very good for which we should be proud of. But now it is this sentiment, this belief does not exist anymore among people. Now no one wants to be the participant of war. Even now no one wants war to take place. So that feeling has changed, and how that has changed, we will discuss that once we discuss the full poem. We will discuss that in the context of this poem. Now come to page number 19, second stanza. Oh, good old-fashioned war. It is a satire. Good old-fashioned war means the war which was considered good enough by people previously, but this feeling exists no more among people. They don't consider war as something which is going to be, they don't consider war as something which is going to be very fruitful for anyone. Now war is considered something which is futile, which has no result at all. So that is why it is written, "Oh good old-fashioned war." Then the letters ceased to come. For a long time they did not come. Ceased means something which has been halted, something which has stopped for some period of time. Ceased to come, stopped to come. And there were no letters that the mother received from the son. When the son had gone to the war front, he used to inform his mother about his well-being, writing letters. And she used to brag off about her son's participation in war whenever she received letters from her son. But later on, after some period of time, the letter that her son used to send to her, it stopped coming. She stopped receiving any letter from the son, and it happened during some period of time. And then let's see what happened. Then the letters ceased to come. Write down the meaning of the word ceased. Ceased means stopped, halt. Ceased to come. For a long time they did not come, and she did not receive any letter from her son about his well-being for a long period of time, and it stopped coming. They ceased to stop for about 10 months or more. There was no letter about informing her about her son's well-being for about 10 months or so. 10 months or maybe more than that. 10 months is a countable time, but saying or so means it could be more or less than 10 months. Somewhere it was close to 10 months that the mother, who used to brag off about her son's participation in war, she did not receive any letter from her son who was at the war front, and she did not come to know anything about her son's well-being. Then a letter finally came saying, then after 10 months or so, then finally after some time she received a letter. She received a letter which said, "Go down and meet the train." Go down and meet the train means go down. You should go all the way to the railway platform, and you should go to the platform where you will see the train coming. Why the train will be coming? Why go to the platform to see the train? Because in that train only his son will be coming back her son will be coming back to his native. Had gone to participate in war. The son who was one of the participants in war, he was only coming back, and it said, "Go down and meet the train. Your son's coming home from the war." Now your son is returning home from the war front. He is now returning home, and now you should go and see him on the platform. He is coming by train. She smiled and went right down. This lady who was waiting for her son, she was very much happy, and she went right down to the station. And right down means at once she went to the station. She was very happy about her son's return from the war front, and immediately she went to the station. She looked everywhere around, and once she reached the station, once she reached the platform, she was looking for her son everywhere. She looked at every place to find out where her son was. But she could not see her soldier son inside. But the son for whom her eyes were searching in the crowd, she could not locate her son. She could not locate her son, who was by profession a soldier, because he had gone to fight at the war front. But as all the people passed, she saw her son at last. But when all the passengers had dispersed from the platform, when the entire crowd had dispersed, gone away from the platform, then saw her son, then only she could get the sight of her son. Then only she saw her son. Because let's see why she saw her son after. Let's see why she saw her son after such after the crowd had dispersed. Let's see what was the reason behind it. When she did, she could hardly believe her eyes. And when she saw her son after the crowd had dispersed, when the crowd had left the station, and when she finally saw her son, she could not imagine her eyes. She could not believe. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. The condition in which her son was, it was unbelievable. Let's see why it was unbelievable. The reason behind she could not believe her eyes when she saw her son who had returned from the war front, when she saw her son at the platform when the passengers had dispersed, and when she could locate her son. When she located her son, she could not see the reason. She could not believe why. She could not actually believe. She could not recollect herself and imagine the condition of her son. Let's see what was the condition of her son. What made her feel so? What made her believe? What made her believe in God? Let's see. Oh, his face was all shot up, and his hand. Shot up means, write down the meaning of the word shot up. Shot up means greatly damaged by shooting. Shot up means greatly damaged by shooting. Oh, his face was greatly shot up means the face was also affected by the fighting that took place at the war front. The face was also damaged. The face was also tortured by the fighting that had taken place at the war front. And his hand was all blown off. Blown off means something which has been taken away by some explosion which takes place at the war front. And he is saying, and the poet is saying that the hands of the son who had gone to participate in the war front, his hands were also blown off, were also taken away by the explosions, by the equipments that are used at war. And this is the destruction that war has caused, and this was the effect that war has had on the soldier John Brown, who had gone to participate in the war front. And he wore a metal brace around his waist. A metal brace means a metallic belt. Brace means belt or support that a person wears. A metallic brace around his waist. He was wearing a metallic brace around his waist. Waist means he was wearing a metallic brace to support his back. That means this gives us this shows, these lines reflects that his back was also actually so much damaged that he could not stand without support. That is why he had to wear a metallic brace, metallic belt to get support and stand. See, these are the destructions that war brings to a person. When a person is a participant in war, this is how he is infected by the outcomes of war, by the outputs that war leaves on individuals and on humanity as a whole. This is what is reflected in Dyer's poem. That is why it is called an anti-war poem. He whispered kind of slow in a voice she did not know, and his son was so much injured. The son, that is the soldier, John Brown, he was so much injured. He had got so many injuries because due to his participation in war, that when he spoke, that when he said anything, the words that he spoke, they were unheard. They were so soft. He was speaking in such a low voice because of the injuries that he had sustained at the war front, that he was not even able to speak, and the mother could hardly hear her son speak. She could not understand understand the language. She could not even understand what was John Brown speaking. While she couldn't even recognize her face. Now the poet is saying that John Brown's face was badly damaged, badly tortured due to his participation in war, and it was damaged to such an extent that the mother was not able to recognize his face. Recognize his face means it was beyond recognition. It was not the original face with which John Brown has gone to participate in war. This is the outcome of war. This was the result that war has had on John Brown and his participation in war. And now the mother will realize what is actually the outcome of war. And that is why on the previous page, page number 19, after first stanza, a single line is given, that is, "Oh, old-fashioned war," that is, the war is old-fashioned. Now people no more believe in war. Previously, in olden times, people used to believe that war exists and there should be war and it should be fought, and people used to be very much active about their participation in war. But now it has been said, now people don't believe in war and we don't think that war will give us any result, because we have started believing in the fact that the ultimate loser in war is humanity, and it is human beings who are affected, who suffer after any war. So the consequences of war is ultimately seen on human beings. That is why it is written good old-fashioned war, and it has been written in the context of reference to the context of John Brown's participation in war. Now, next stanza. "Oh Lord, not even recognize her face, not even recognize his face." Now the mother is saying that, "Oh Lord, his face was so much damaged. John Brown's face was so much damaged. John Brown's face was so much inflicted by his participation in war that the mother could not even believe, she could not even recognize that it was her very own son John Brown, whom she had sent with so much happiness, with so much pride to participate in war. Oh, tell me, my darling son, pray tell me what they done." Now she is so much scared, she is so much sad at seeing the condition of her son, that she is saying, "Oh my darling son, oh my sweetheart son, please tell me what has happened to you, what have they done to you?" What have they done to you means the people who are there at the war front, what have they done to you? What injury have they given to you? How you have become like this? How is it you come to be this way? How is it possible that you have sustained so many injuries and you have become like this and you have become like this? Why it is so that you have become like this? The mother wants to know what did transpire at the war front that he had become like this. He tried his best to talk, but his mouth could hardly move. He tried his best means John Brown made all the possible efforts that he could, or he had gathered all the courage, he tried to gather all the strength from inside to speak, but he was so much damaged, he was so much inflicted by the outcome of war that he could hardly move his lips. He was so much damaged, he was so much troubled by the war that he could not even utter a single word. And the mother had to turn her face away. Turn her face away means it reflects that the mother was not able to tolerate the pain in which John Brown was, and she had to turn her face to other side because she could not bear the pain of her son. And that is why it is written, when he could not speak because of lack of strength, because he had lost all his strength in the war front and he was badly damaged, badly injured. That is why mother had to turn her face, because she could not tolerate the pain of her son. Face away, write down the meaning of this word. Face away means move to the other side. Face away means move to the other side. Face away means move to the other side to avoid seeing something unpleasant. Unpleasant means something which does not gives us pleasure. Once we decide not to see that thing, that means we are trying to look towards something else in order to avoid the displeasure. The displeasure was that the mother was not. The displeasure, unpleasant thing for the mother was to see her son in such a bruised state. Because her son was in war and he was badly injured. He had sustained multiple injuries. The injuries were such that his face was destroyed, his face was damaged, his hands were taken away by explosions, and then he had got injury in his backs also, because it is mentioned that he had to wear metallic brace, metallic belt, and then he could stand, because he could not stand without support. These were the injuries, major injuries that John Brown had sustained, and that is why mother was not able to look at John Brown's face. Is this much clear to all of you? Give thumbs up if it is clear. Give thumbs up. Okay, 1, 2, 3.